Okay, I think it's working now. So hi everyone, thank you very much Sona for the introduction. So yes, I'm Marion Paulhac, the European Diamond Capacity Hub Community Manager, and I will present you the forum. So I haven't prepared any slide, I prefer to show you directly on live. So I will share my screen and here. Okay, let me just... Okay, are you seeing it? I can I can't see you anymore, so I'm going to...
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, yes, I'm going to assume that it's okay. So, welcome everyone to the European Diamond Capacity Hub Forum. So, as you can see, this is the homepage, and this is where you land when you connect to the forum.diamas.org URL here. So, to present you briefly, what is the European Diamond Capacity Hub? But really, it's a place that is designed for you, for everyone that is involved in the European Diamond Capacity Hub. That is to say, if you are an editor, a journal, a librarian, or just working or interested in, it's the place you go to have all the information and all the help that you need. It's really a place that is designed to help you connect and exchange between each other, and a place for you to, to encourage knowledge and to encourage good practice between each other, and for really any questions that you may have. I mean, if you have a question that is very concrete, like I have a question about my work, about, I don't know, about a tool that I need, but I don't know where I can find it or what exactly I need, it's a place where you can go to. But even if you are more, more broader question about Diamond Way and the Diamond Way, what is the future of Diamond Way, and what is, for example, what is sustainability in the Diamond Way landscape, it's also the place when you can go to and ask the question to. So how does the forum present itself? As you can see, it's open to everyone. Everyone can see the conversation and the discussions that are going on. But if you want to, if you want to actually talk and start engaging with people, you need to have an account. So how can you do that? Very simple. Here you can see you have two buttons. One is sign up and one login. So if you don't have an account, you go to sign up. So here you land to this page. So Discourse, which is the software that we are using for the forum, will ask you, sorry, I am coughing because I'm a bit sick, so apologies for that. So Discourse will show you, will ask you some very important information in order to create your account. So first, your email. Then your username. The username will be the name that will be visible to everyone. That is to say, the names that you will be used when you post a topic, when you post something. So you can choose something very, it's better to choose something concrete so that people can actually know who you are. And here is your name, which is your full name. For example, for me, it will be Marion Paulhac. And here for my username, it will be, for example, M. Paulhac. Choose your password, so it's up to you. And here your organization name. So the name of the organization you are affiliated with. And here are, let's just say, two very important information. Because as you can see, you need an account in order to be into the forum. And for that, we have two, let's say, conditions that are very easy. The first one is to be part of an organization that is registered in the EDCH registry. So it's very easy. You have a yes or no option. So yes, if your organization is registered, you click yes. And here you put the link of your organization profile in the EDCH registry. For us, if you do that, it's very easy to just verify that you are part of the registry, and we just accept you very easily. If your organization is not in the registry, no worries, it's not a problem. There is here a second question, that is to briefly explain your involvement in the European Diamond Open Access landscape. So once again, I mean, we won't ask you to write like 5 sentences to explain what you are doing. A very small sentence is enough. Just for example, you say, I'm an editor of a Diamond Way journal, and you put the name of your journal. And that, like this, us moderators and admin team can assess that you are rightly involved in the European Diamond Access domain of European Diamond Open Access landscape and accept you. Then when you click sign up, Discord will send you a link in order to verify your account, and then you'll need to wait for us moderator to approve your account. So this moderation step can take like to a few hours or minutes even, if we are already connected into the forum, to a few days. Days, for example, if you're here, you have put very small information, or for us it's very difficult to assess who you are, it will take more days. But otherwise, it's very easy and it's very fast. Okay, so if I click here on the Registry and Forum logo, you can see I am back into the main page. So let me show you around. So here, as you can see, you have the Welcome to European Dynamic Capacity presentation. And here you have at the center the latest discussions that are going on. So it will be, you have, for example, the last post that was created. So it was created by myself yesterday, 21 hours ago. Here you have the title, the tags that have been used, the category it belongs to, the person who has created the post, the numbers of replies to it, the numbers of views, and the last activity in it, so 21 hours ago. So as you can see, there is already a lot of posts that have been created into the topic, into the forum. And you can also search them by the hottest one. So that means the ones that have the most views or the most replies to. So as you can see, for example, it's one made by Johan, which was 1 day ago. And also, for example, a question about HTML and XML publishing with a lot of views and also at least 5 replies. And here, an important one is categories. So how is our forum structure? So very easy. Our forum follows a simple structure that is, there is categories. So as you can see, there is a lot of categories, and they are all, not all, but most of them are based on the Diamond Open Access Standard. And that's why the DOAS, Diamond Open Access Standard, is very important for the EDCH, because it's very central to a lot of our components, and especially here the forum. Because as you can see, you can find all the categories of the DOAS here. There is one about open science, infrastructure interoperability, funding and sustainability, visibility, legal ownership, editorial or EDIB. Plus one about the forum, where you can find all the general information, and a general one about event and news. So here you will find the name of the category, a little presentation of what it is about, and very importantly, the name of the moderator. So each category is moderated by a person who is here to assess that, all the discussion that is going on is being civil and okay and in line with our forum guideline. So here, for example, for open science, it's Irina. And if you can see, if I click on it, there's Irina. And if I am login, so you have here a little message that will show up, a little message button that will show up, and that you can contact Irina, for example, if you have questions about the category or about a topic that you think is missing or something, any issues that you may have, Irina is here to help you. And this is the same for every category. So when I said that all the categories were based on DOAS, and not all, but most of them, it's because, as you can see, for example, here, it's not a DOAS category, it's a category about the scholarly indexes. So actually, here the category are first, let's say, we are presenting you a first structure, but then it's up to you to actually make the forum what you need it to be. That is to say, if you need more category, if you need another one for your own community, you can go to us, the admin team, and we'll discuss between each other to see how we can do it and how we can create one. A category here that can be very interesting to you is a general category, which is about event and news. So for example, here, if I click here, you have all the latest news about the Diamond Open Access landscape. So for example, you can see there are reports from the European Union Association, University Association, about reclaiming academic ownership of the scholarly communication system. Here a report about whether Trump administration has cut off Springer contacts or not. And if I go back, a category here that is called event, which is also quite important because, as we all know, there is a lot of things that is going on into the open access landscape, and we are all a bit lost about all the events that are going on, all the webinars. So here is the central place when everything is being listed. So as you can see, it's a feature that was created like, I think, 1 or 2 weeks ago, and there are already almost, I think, 20 events that have been added to it. So here you can see, for example, the Open Divide next session is happening in 14 days, or here in 12 days. So this, you can also have it here in the upcoming event calendar. So it's a calendar by month, and here it presents all the events that are in the event category. So as you can see here, these three ones, I would say, are already passed. And for today, we have the Connect with European Diamond Open Access Community webinar that we are here today. And if I click on it, I'll go to the topic that I've been creating, and you can see here there is the event. So you're going to ask me, okay, but how can I create an event? So it's very easy. I will log in for that, and I will show you. So let's go back here. So as you can see, I am logged in now, well, as a user of the forum. So here you can see I have a little image that shows my profile, and here you will find all your notification. So as you can see, I'm a moderator, so I have a lot of notification here. You have way less, and you have here a button that is New Topic. So you want to create a topic, very easy. You click on it. Hopla. You type here the title that you want for it. You choose your category. So for example, if you want to create an event, you can create here in the general event. You choose tag. For example, it's something about collaboration, about open science, and you want to say it's, for example, a French event, so you can add French. Okay, very easy. Here you can type the text that you want, and here you have a little plus button, and here a create event. Just click on it, and here you put the date, the name, location. You can add the link, for example, if it's a webinar, you can put the link of the registration link for the webinar, or directly the Zoom link if you have one. The time zone it's happening in. Then you can choose whether it's a public or private event. Well, I mean, basically what we recommend is to choose public. And very important, you can also add a reminder. That is to say, if, for example, users say they are participating into your events, they will be notified. For example, I want to be notified 1 day before that it is happening. So this course will send a reminder to the participants. That way you don't have to do it. It's automatically done by the forum. And then you click create, and that's all. And then your event will be presenting into the, I can't see it anymore, here into the upcoming event section. So I will just close now the topic, okay. So here you also have 3 very important buttons that are here, about the forum. So basically, it's a little summary of what I'm actually presenting you today. That is to say, how the forum works with category, topics, and discussion. And some quick tips to get started. That you say when you first will log in, you will have a little robot that will actually talk to you. And I know that sometimes, we say we don't have the time and I will not take the time to talk to the robot. I'll actually advise you to do it because it's very useful. And it will actually get you through some tips about how to post and how the forum works and is structured. You can add some information about your profile. And also, please feel free to add any, to actually share the encouragement and share when you like a post, because maybe you are here just, to look at the forum and not really engage, and it's okay. But you can also, for example, like the post to say that you are actually liking what we are doing, and it also allow us to know that we are, going into the right direction. For example, you can just react and put a like, and that's it. It's very easy. Or you can reply to it, and here you reply and it opens the discussion box exactly like I've shown you earlier, sorry. Okay, so this is for here. Here you have the forum guidelines. So also, as its name say, our guideline for the forum. So yes, our language policy, because I forgot to tell you, but for now, the language is mostly in English. There is actually one discussion in French that I started. Just to show you that, yes, English may be the primary language that we use, but it's actually a multicultural forum, so you can actually use the language you are most comfortable with. That is to say, if you rather prefer to speak in French, it's okay, you can speak in French. Thankfully, our team of moderators are from different countries, and so we speak all different languages, so we are able to moderate from some discussion in other languages. But if you open, for example, a topic in, like, I don't know, well, I'm going to say German, but because I don't speak German, well, in this case, we need someone from your group to be able to moderate the discussion, because we won't be able to, understand what is going on. But I mean, it's okay, just, if you have any issue about it, just contact, for example, me. Like I said earlier, you click on my little face, and here you have the message button, and you can just message me here about whatever you want. So Discord, okay. So here are guidelines about how, if you see a problem, how you report it. Of course, to always be civil and inclusive. Okay. And also here, very important, support. If you have any problem or anything that you see that you want to report, you can also use this. Here you have a summary of who is the admin. So you can see there are 6 admins, and here all the team of moderator. So we have Sofie, who is here today, and we have myself, of course. We have Milica, who is here also today. And here are all the moderators that are here to help you using the forum. And if nobody answers from here, you can also use this email, that is the general email for the registry and forum. So registry@dimas.org. Okay, and let's go back to the main page. Okay, so I present you here the main, the central, and here, very quickly, you have the sidebar, which is very useful because it also presents you some tools. So here you have the topic, which is basically this page. Here, my post. So when you click on it, it will list all the posts that you have either post or that are currently in draft. This is where it will be. You have my message, so basically all the message that you have. As you can see, I'm a moderator, so this is all the message that I have from the moderation team. And here you have the upcoming session buttons that upcoming events, buttons that I've shown you. Here, all the category. And up, you can see here, for example, I have a little dot that says that there is some topics that I haven't looked at. But let's imagine, for example, that you are interested in the founding and sustainability topic. Well, here you have a little bell that is also very important, because if you click, for example, on the bell and here on watching, you will automatically get an email if you have for any topics that are being created into the forum. So if you really are interested in some categories, please use this bell. And this can be used at the level of the category, but also at the level of the topic. For example, here you have also the bell, and you can also choose to watch, and every new replies that I've made to this, to these topics will be, you will be notified. And I think my time must be up, but very quickly.
It kind of is.
Yeah, sorry. And here you have the tags, and you can also search by tags. And I will stop here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Marion. And I will give the floor straight to Sofie.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. I'll give a little bit of a view from those of us who are not administrators but users of the forum. As they said, I come from the Nordic Capacity Centre for Diamond Open Access, among other things. Hang on. So we were talking about registering, and it's really easy to sign up, and that is needed to contribute. Of course, you can read everything that's on the forum if you don't sign up, and that's great. But we want to talk to each other, we want to learn from each other. So having a community where we have a two-way communication, I think helps. Also that you state your involvement in the Diamond Open Access landscape so we can understand each other. I mean, there's so many different skills and roles that we have, so it would be wonderful to know who you're talking to and so forth. Also that Marion and her team of admins, also as moderators, we check the incoming requests to join daily, so you don't need to linger for weeks without getting becoming a part of the community. Also, as Marion just showed you, getting notifications about your preferred topics. I think there are settings where you can add your preference. So sometimes you can even get an email notification. I think that really helps because I don't know about you, but I have quite a few websites that I log into daily. So I need help keeping track of that. And I think that's a great feature, but really easy to use. Other things that I appreciate is the overview and structure, because Diamond Open Access is a complex landscape, as I said, with lots of areas of expertise, lots of stuff to learn. Also for us who are already involved, we have quite a lot to do. So I like the overview. If you click all categories, you can see every category that's on the website. This is what I've done here. I think that's really great. And also you could see the list of topics at the same time as those who are moderating each topic. I really like an overview to make sure that I understand where I am in the landscape. This is a feature that I really like. So that's a really good feature. But the benefits is instead of having private conversations over email, which is of course also fine, I think having a chat directly to the experts and then share that chain of thoughts with the community, I think that really helps, because then people can feel more involved if they can understand the question and then see the answers. And we might not always have the right answer. So I think having a public conversation might help. On the other hand, it might also be, of course, a little bit daunting to display your thoughts online for everybody to see. But that is also why we have a code of conduct to follow. But also I think just being able to browse the entire landscape and what's currently going on is going to be a huge benefit. Also, for example, keeping track of events, which is nearly impossible these days. But also testing new things and sharing best practices. Rebecca and I had a conversation just the other day about what are you doing with XML files, and is there any tools out there? And we managed to give each other a bit of tips. But also the tone of our community, that sharing is caring. It's always about what open access is all about. So I hope you agree with me there. I'm not going to stay long on this. We will have a little bit of a Q&A later on, so you can ask me anything, what I think about using it. I won't tell Marion. Yes, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sofie. So you can already brew the questions you want to ask Sofie later. Milica, please.
Hello, let me share my screen. I'll be talking about the registry. So it's like a platform that is closely related to the forum, and you see that we put them together, forum and the registry and the forum, but basically it's a slightly different platform, and its functionalities and functions are slightly different. EDCH Registry is for institutions. Institutions can go there. They can create their profiles, they can provide information about their activities, and this is searchable, browserable, etc. And there is a question usually, why do we need such a platform? So this is a specific platform. It brings together organizations that are involved in the Diamond Open Access landscape. So these are publishers, these are service providers, these are technology providers. There is no such a registry. I mean, there was no such a registry before we established this one. And we actually try to address a challenge that we identified at the beginning of the Diamas project, when we were trying to identify all the organizations that we wanted to invite to answer our landscape survey. And what we got was a list of journals. Then we had to search behind those journals to identify organizations. So there is obviously a need to have such a registry. And there are many benefits for those registering, because this is a place where they can find potential partners. For example, you can imagine a scenario, a funder, for example, a national funder or I don't know, a European funder wanting to support a project, and they want multiple institutions involved in Diamond Open Access landscape to come together and to work together. And this is the place where you can go and identify such potential partners. Also, it increases the visibility of your institution, and it also helps your institution be recognized as an important actor in the DIAMAS landscape. So basically, if you're involved in Diamond Open Access publishing, it's good for you to register. The URL is provided in the slide, and basically this is the landing page where you come there. You can either go and explore the already registered organizations, or you can proceed to register, and we will explain the process. And it's already explained on the website. So this is how it looks. The platform hosts profiles. These are very simple profiles, and this is the listing of those profiles. And on the left side, you can see that you can either search or browse using multiple criteria. And each of these profiles can be expanded by clicking on the name of the organization. It's a link. And this is also, I will show this in a minute, how it looks like, but this is one way of displaying the list of profiles, and the other way of displaying is a map. So this map can be expanded, and you can see how many organizations have registered from each country, region. Of course, now this is, the process has just started, and we have like a misbalanced picture if you will look at the map. So I prefer to show the listing for the time being, but it's nice. This map will really look nice when many more organizations join. This is how a profile looks like. It's like when I click and expand, this is the basic information. So you have the organization type, you have also the contact information for the organization, the URL. You can see whether the legal type of the organization and whether it has a parent organization or not. You can also see the geographical coverage of its operations, the supported publishing outputs and disciplines. And also you can see on the left the services. On the left of the screenshot, you can see the services this organization is providing. And also at the bottom, there are some identifiers. If the organization has some identifiers there, they should be listed there, to improve the interoperability between different services. This is the information that the organization provides during the process of registering. Who can register? This is very important, and in order to make sure that we manage to deal with those applications smoothly, it's very important to read carefully the instructions. They are very detailed, and not to register if you're not really eligible. So if you're, for example, a single journal, a journal editor, you are not eligible to join, and basically you can join the forum. And there will be another registry for journals that are being developed, that is being developed by the Craft OA project. So there is no need to try to register in the EDCH registry, which is for organizations. So if you're a Diamond Open Access publisher, you can register. You can, as a publisher, you can publish both APC-based or subscription-based journals and Diamond journals, but as long as you have at least one Diamond Open Access journal, you are eligible. And this is something that we are checking. Sometimes it's like a bit difficult to identify, so we usually use the OAJ to confirm this information. And such publishers that have combined business models, they are usually eligible if they have at least one Diamond Open Access journal. Then service providers can be, unlike publishers who need to be like non-profit organizations, publicly legal public legal entities, and they need to have like a community ownership and community governance. Service providers can be commercial entities, but they need to work with Diamond in the Diamond open access landscape, so they need to be involved as service providers with Diamond open access publishers. And these are different services. This can be like providing the platform, then this can be providing IT support, marketing, finance, all sorts of services that are necessary for publishing operations. And also tools and technology providers can also register. These are usually entities developing software, developing standards, all sorts of technologies that are involved in this process. And all those eligible candidates, applicants are explained in greater detail on the registry website. There are also some inclusion criteria that need to be met, and this entity that registers needs to be active in the Diamond Open Access ecosystem, either as a publisher, by publishing or providing services to Diamond Open Access publishing endeavors. Then the community ownership is very important, and non-profit orientation. So basically academic institutions, universities, etc., they are usually eligible to join, but also, for example, government entities, scholarly societies, they are also eligible to join. And it's very important to meet geographical scope, because this is the European Diamond Capacity Hub Registry, so it's for those entities that are based in the European Research Area or the European Research Area and Innovation Committee. So it's limited, and we usually have issues when dealing. I mean, we analyze and consider those that are beyond Europe, so that they're providing services, they're active in Europe, or they have like a parallel registration in Europe. They're usually accepted as eligible, but if they're not, they're just rejected. And as already mentioned, for-profit entities can only register as service providers. So if they try to register as publishers, this application will be either rejected if they don't provide services to Diamond Open Access entities, or they will be asked to revise this application and to change this the type of services they're providing, and individual journals are not eligible. So it's already mentioned. The registration process is quite straightforward, and there are 2 videos. I won't be doing a demo because I have an admin account, and what I see is not the same to what you see. But there are 2 very detailed videos, although very short, but they're detailed enough, and you can see how to register. I would like just to summarize this in one slide. So when you, in order to register or in order to do anything, you need to create an account. And when creating an account, you need to provide an organizational email and to provide the organization name. And this name is very important. So we can verify and check. So that's why it's important. As soon as you create an account, you will receive an email, and you will be able to set your password. And then the first thing you do, you go to your profile. So this first part of the process is the same, regardless of whether you're updating an existing organization or whether you want to create a new organization in the registry. So the steps are the same. When you go to your profile, so you provide the name of your organization. If your organization is already there in the registry, and there are 2 ways how it can be there. One is that we added those organizations identified during the landscaping survey, those who said that they would like to be contacted. So some of those organizations are already added there, or somebody else might have already registered an organization. So in these cases, you will be able to find your organization. And then there is a button. in such cases, there is a button, proceed with selected organization. And basically by clicking there, you request some edit rights, you request some control over this profile. And then you have to wait, after this request is sent, you have to wait for the team, the EDCH registry team, to approve your request. And after your request is approved, you will be able to edit the information about your organization. If the organization is not listed there, you will have to create it, and then there will be you will have only one button, create organization. So if the organization is there, you will have two buttons, select or create. If there is no such organization, you will have only the create organization button. And then there is a form. It's quite detailed, but not all the fields are mandatory, although we recommend providing as detailed information as possible. So you will fill out the form and click submit. And then you will have to wait for the EDCH registry team to review the application. And if everything is okay, all the information is correct, the profile will be published. In case the application is not eligible, you will get a rejection notice. And if some information is missing or needs your attention, you will get an email from the team to update and correct and provide additional information. So that's the procedure. So as I already mentioned, the documentation and support articles on the website of the EDCH registry is very, very detailed. So I'm providing some links here for you. You will probably, your focus will be directed to this, how to register, and those two videos that you can see on the right, they're both on this page. So you will need to read through, and towards the bottom of the page, you will find the links to those videos, and the process is really, it's just follow the steps from the videos and you will be able to register. Also, you have the FAQ, and also there is a glossary. So all the terms that are used, like service providers, technology providers, all those terms are explained in the glossary. I will just mention some common mistakes that we have encountered. So we expected, at the beginning, a bunch of journals to get registered. Unfortunately, there were not many journal applications, so it's not such an issue. We have a couple of journal applications that have been rejected. Also, the most common mistake is that the applicant is not a legal entity. That the applicant doesn't publish any Diamond Open Access journals, or it's a for-profit organization that wants to register as a publisher. We also have some issues when the legal name provided is not really an official name, and there is a confusion regarding the parent institution. So some organizations say they have a parent institution, although they're not, and vice versa. And also the number of full-time equivalents. So many organizations put the number of all the full-time equivalents at the organizational level, while we want to see just those involved in the publishing operation. So we usually just send an email and ask for correction. That's all from me. And over to
Thank you very much.
Rebecca.
Rebecca, you have the floor.
Hello, I will just share my screen. There we go. Is that all? That should be showing now. Is that all good?
Yes.
Yep. Perfect. Thank you very much. So yeah, hi everyone. I'm Rebecca Wojteska. I manage Edinburgh Diamond, which is a publishing partner for academic staff and students of the University of Edinburgh. As the name indicates, we are dedicated to Diamond Open Access, and therefore I've been very, very excited about following the European Diamond Capacity Hub. And when we saw that they were launching the forum and the registry, we knew we had to get involved immediately. So just wanted to start by kind of asking, why did we register Edinburgh Diamond to the registry? And there were many reasons. So probably the biggest one was to connect with other similar initiatives. So Edinburgh Diamond consists of 2 full-time members of staff. I'm the sole person doing the publishing side of things, and it can feel a bit lonely. It can feel like you don't have people to bounce ideas off. And I loved the idea that through the registry, we could connect with other similar initiatives. I can meet people doing the same thing, and it just helps me feel like there's a wider team out there. There's people that I can bounce ideas off. I can help them. They can help me, that kind of thing. We also joined because we think the directory of service providers will come in handy going forward. So as we seek to expand our portfolio of publishing services, we're going to have to look for partners to provide them. So the directory is going to be a good tool for us in finding those people. Kind of linked to this is that being part of the registry will help people find us. They'll help people find Edinburgh Diamond. And that might be whether they're looking for a publishing partner or a bit of advice or even just a chat. And also, if people are researching Diamond Open Access and come across the registry, they will see that we're a part of it. And then, yeah, another huge reason was that this presents an opportunity to be part of positive change, to help grow the visibility of Diamond Open Access overall. And yeah, who wouldn't want to be a part of that? So that's why we personally signed up. Signing up to the registry, as I say, was a no-brainer for us, and we found the process very, very quick. We're talking a matter of days. It was really helpful that the registry has published documentation on their site, and that lists everything that you need to know, what is going to be in the application form before you even get to it, so you can plan and prepare, and it just means the application itself really doesn't take that long as well, maybe 10 minutes or so. So the kind of information they're looking for has kind of been gone through already, but things like your organization name, the amount of staff, services you offer, where in the world you offer those services to, the disciplines you cover, and any other registries that you are already a part of. So the form itself, like I say, super easy to fill out, and the team will get in touch if you make a mistake or need to provide more information. So for example, when I did Edinburgh Diamond's application, I forgot to include links to other registries that we're a part of, and the team got in touch with me within a matter of days to let me know, and they gave me the opportunity to update my application and get it resubmitted, and it then got approved. And again, that was all within a matter of days, so very, very quick. I also found the team was super happy to help me with queries when I wasn't sure about what to put in certain fields. So, for example, on the private profile part, the bit that isn't public, I had put Edinburgh Diamond's information, whereas ideally I would have put my own so that the team know who the contact for Edinburgh Diamond is. So I asked, and again, on the same day, got given my answer, and I was able to update my profile and have it in line with everyone else's. So that was really good. So I just quickly wanted to share Edinburgh Diamond's entry. Like, obviously, I was going to show that off. So if you navigate our page, you can see exactly what Edinburgh Diamond offers. As I say, it links out to other important things such as our homepage and other directories we're a part of. So yeah, do go and check us out when you have a look through the directory. So I just want to end just by saying there are loads of benefits in both using the registry and in signing up to be represented in it. So for example, there's a glossary of terms and of services. So that might help people who are maybe newer to Diamond Open Access and really seeking the community. It can help them get to grips with what it's all about and help them understand it. There is also a very handy map, and that is where you can search for your fellow Diamond Open Access organizations. And also the map's just good for giving you an idea of the scope and the breadth of Diamond OA and where people are based. And obviously I'm very happy that I can see my little pin for Edinburgh Diamond up here in Scotland. So that's always nice. Another great function is the ability to search the registry by organisation name, organisation type, such as publisher, service provider, or tools and technology provider. Some people have more than one of those tags. They have multiple. You can also search by country or by the services that are supported. So you can really, if you've got a really specific focus in mind, the registry allows you to search by that. So I mentioned that a core reason we signed up was to be able to find and connect with others in the Diamond Open Access community. What I hadn't realised was how great a tool the registry was for accomplishing this. Between the map and the search filtering tool that I just spoke about, the registry is really straightforward to navigate and to use. Overall, I think the registry will be a really important tool for fostering communication and collaboration across Diamond Open Access publishing stakeholders. And as they say, like, together we are much stronger. So I really do encourage people to sign up and to use the registry as a tool. So that was my very quick whirlwind tour of my experience with signing up and using the registry. And thank you for letting me share my experience.
Thank you very, very much. So first of all, thanks to all 4 speakers who presented to us, especially to Sofie and Rebecca, who came here on their own will, involuntarily. So thank you very much for that. I just shared the link to the Mentimeter collecting feedback on the registry and the forum in the chat again. So if you have anything that you would like to share with us and take into consideration in the long run or the mid-run, please share via this Menti, because that way we can archive it very easily. Having said that, we already have 2 questions that I would briefly bring up, and maybe we can answer them shortly, so we have a bit more time for potentially more questions. So the first was a question about the blurriness of the difference between the service provider and the tools and technology providers, and what happens if a provider is both. And Milica, is it okay if I just call you out on that? You're muted.
Please repeat, because my connection was unstable.
Oh, sorry.
So can you repeat, please, the question?
Yes, of course. So there was a question about the blurriness of the difference between service providers and tools and technology providers, and what happens if a provider is both of them.
So it's like we had a long discussion about service providers and tools and technology providers, and I'll try to explain this briefly. Tools and technology providers are those who are providing software and tools that have a potential to be used to develop services for the Diamond Open Access. It's like PKP providing OJS, or I don't know, Open Edition providing Lodel, or the Belgrade providing Janeway. For service providers, they are providing specific services that can be used. So, for example, if you have an organization using OJS to provide platforms for journals on the software as a service basis, these are service providers. So I don't know whether this distinction is clear to you. To me, it seems quite clear. So technology providers, they offer potential to develop services, and service providers. In some cases, for example, PKP, they can be both, because they are providing the software, but they are also providing a hosting platform for publishing. Is that clear? Does that answer the question? Yeah, and Johan says typesetting or copy editing. That's as a service.
Thank you, Milica. And we actually have a second question for you, which is about the registration process for the registry. So basically it's a twofold question. The first was in how the trustworthiness of the registrants. The question said registration, but I think the person meant apologies, they meant the registrants. So how is that checked? And the second question was how the process looks for the validation.
Yeah, we have a team. So every application is checked by the EDCH Registry team, and we have many discussions. Sometimes we are not sure whether the person is okay, whether the institution is like should be there, whether the person claiming that they have rights to register an organization. So we check those things. We ask additional questions, and there is a workflow for this. It's not like obvious to the external users, but we are managing this internally, and only when we get the answers that we are asking for, we approve this. And also a person who registered an organization, they can add additional contact points, additional persons to and also we have sometimes we have requests to give rights to an additional person. So if a person, if the organization is already registered and the person is claiming to have some rights, we check this with those who are already registered. So we have those workflows to check, and that's why it's very important to provide an institutional email and the institutional name so that we can check those things.
Thank you very much. So we actually do have 1 or 2 minutes left. So we actually do have time to maybe answer another question or two. So if there is any, this would be the time to post them. Okay, I think that means that all of your presentations have been received very well and have been very comprehensive. And for that, I thank you all. I thank the speakers again for being here with me today. I thank the participants for being here with us today and actually giving us the feedback and the questions. I will leave the Mentimeter open for a little bit longer, so you can leave feedback if you have an epiphany about 5 minutes after the webinar. So please share that with us. And having said all of that, I will briefly and lastly just, I will not, because I cannot find the appropriate slide for that, but I will enter my and Marion's email address in the chat. So if you have any questions that come to you after this webinar, you are very welcome to send us an email and we will do our best to answer you and get back in touch very soon. So with that, and now I have to speak for as long as it takes me to type these email addresses. With that, I would lastly say thank you to all of you. Oh, and actually there is one more thing I would like to mention. So if you're part of a National Diamond Capacity Centre or a National Diamond Initiative and you want to reproduce this webinar, we are more than happy to share the materials with you. So do get in touch. And we will happily share the materials with you so you can reproduce it with hopefully very little effort. Thank you all. I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. This would be the cue to end the recording, Marion. Thank you very much.